Hello and welcome to the Only Connect Grand Final. And I hope you're not disappointed. We normally have something, don't we, downstage, somebody tango dancing or playing the tuba or a little orchestra or something. Not this year. I think perhaps because it was felt it's exciting enough. This has been our first series for several years that's fully post-COVID. All the restrictions are gone. We don't have perspex screens between the contestants or between the contestants and me. And let me tell you, that brings its own excitement over the months in this hot room. You can imagine with our contestants, some of the long words they're having to pronounce and various dental issues. It can be quite the water park. And speaking of excitement, let's play a final. Let's choose some champions. Will it be, on my right, Will Chadwick, a maths tutor who owns every volume of Now That's What I Call Music from 1 to 130 on CD. Jack Karimi, a Democratic Services officer who played a shoplifter in an educational film when he was 14. And their captain, Sam Hayward, a science teacher who won Rear of the Year at Sheffield University. All suckers for a second-hand sale, they are the Thrifters. Sam, yes. Your opening heat was your first ever visit to Cardiff.
Yes, it was.
And you've been back again and again and again, such is your success. Have you had a chance to discover this beautiful city? Yeah,
I've had a bit of a wander around, been to the Mumbles, that was really nice.
That's Swansea, but OK.
Close enough, innit?
Well, I hope it won't be your last visit, but it's your last visit to this year's contest because you were in the final. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you.
You are facing, on my left, Harry Heath, a procurement manager for a rail company who used to work at a complaints hotline for tinned spam. Claire Barrow, a tax advisor who greeted Chris Froome in Swahili. And their captain, Dan Afshar, a keen darts player who has completed 66,000 press-ups a year in 2 different years. Bound together by a history of making a final they didn't win, they are the also-rans. Dan, I mean, I'm worried about our duty of care. Yeah. As we've said many times, you all met in the Mastermind final, you didn't win. If you don't win tonight, is that pressing on an old trauma, or are you sort of first the worst, second the best about the whole thing?
Well, we've got a team name to protect, and yeah, we might have to make some big decisions about that if we win.
Very good luck to you as well. Please kick off the final with a choice.
Horned Viper, please.
Horned Viper will be the first question of the final. What do these clues have in common? Here's the first.
We told with poster that's
Shawshank Redemption, but there weren't 3 different posters. It only went through.
Yeah, she was the first of the 3. Rita was removed from the
take
name.
Another one.
Next, please. In the directory, Bill Clay was in Die Hard, so Hans Gruber's.
Is he thinking of these things that he's taking off the bit in Usual Suspects? Oh no, sorry, I was thinking a different film.
Yeah. Under a mark, could be a sheep.
I've got nothing. Go. Want to go again?
Yeah, next, please. So, it's where the cats took their name from. These are films in which the lead character picked a name and where they picked the name from.
That is what they are. I am fascinated, Harry, that at clue 2 you said, is that the Usual Suspects? And then clue 3 came up. Clue 3 is the Usual Suspects.
Ah.
They are all names that are made up by characters in films. What are those films?
The second one, which I think was the one I was most confident on, that's where Alan Rickman's character, Hans Gruber, chooses a fake name when he's confronted by John McClane.
In Die Hard. We won't talk much about clue 3. As I said earlier in the series, the question editors haven't seen it, so we'll just move on quickly from that one.
Mrs Doubtfire is...
Mrs Doubtfire, yes, he's disguising himself as a nanny. Hope that's not a spoiler. That first one, that's the David Lynch film Mulholland Drive, where a character picks a name from a poster of Gilda, starring Rita Hayworth. Thrifters, what would you like?
Water, please.
Water. Picture clues, what do they have in common? Here's the first.
I've seen that picture before. Next, please. Okay. Next, please. Yeah, last one. Next, please.
2 seconds.
Yeah. The surnames are professions. Yeah, so the surnames are all professions.
I need something more.
Canterbury Tales.
They are not all in the Canterbury Tales, so a bonus chance for you also, Rans.
They are Archer, Cook, Baker...
Too long, I'm afraid, I'm going to tell you. Using their surnames to make professions, the first one provides goods for the second. At clue 1, you are looking at the writer, actor, director Henry Naylor and Karen Carpenter. At clue 2, the cricketer Keith Fletcher and Geoffrey Archer. Third clue, I know you said Pam St Clement, but I think in her private life, Pam St Clement doesn't dress quite like that.
Yeah.
That's her as Pat Butcher and the great...
Peter Cook.
I mean, thank you. Peter Cook, how quickly they forget. And the last one, Ben Miller and Tom Baker. Also, Rans, what would you like?
Twisted Flax, please.
Twisted Flax. The music question, what do the musical clues have in common? Here's the first.
Change, change, change. Change, change,
change. Next, please.
Well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I met you like
next, please.
It was a teenage wedding and the old folks wished them well.
And that was used in
You could see
Pulp Fiction, so we danced to it.
Yes.
So we danced to it and something. Next, please. Dancing. So they all... So dancing.
Are they all exhortations to dancing? Or using dance scenes?
It's a Saturday Night Fever, isn't it?
We've got 3
2
seconds.
seconds.
I think the characters in films dance to these tracks.
You can imagine that in the grand final of Only Connect, I need a little more than that.
In Tarantino films?
Not it, I'm afraid. Thrifters, your chance for bonus now.
Robert Redford films.
I mean, do you think of Robert Redford as a big dancer?
In his private time, all the time, yeah.
I mean, you're going to kick yourselves.
OK.
They are danced to in John Travolta films. Of course, we heard You Never Can Tell from Pulp Fiction, and you should be dancing Saturday Night Fever. First one, Chain of Fools. Travolta dances to that in Michael. And All Shook Up, he dances to that in Look Who's Talking To. So no bonus, but you may have a question.
2 reads, please.
2 reads. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
That could be a lot of things. Zero Calvin, I don't know. Next, please. Oh, is it to hand signals? So, OK, loser.
Is it 4 is that, and then Fine by Me? Is it when you change the fingers and the thumbs?
Yeah, so
OK would be that, loser would
So
be...
changing the fingers and thumbs?
Yeah, they're opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go with that? Change the positions of fingers and thumbs?
I mean,
Yeah.
possibly.
Yeah.
Is it worth a gamble?
Yeah, I think so.
Go on, go for it, why not?
So they're 2 different hand directions, and when you change the finger and the thumb, the positions.
It is worth a gamble. They are inverted hand signals. Let's bring them all up. Will, perhaps you could show us these signals.
Fine by Me?
Yeah?
4.
Yeah, I'm making you do it because that 4 is considered quite an offensive gesture in some cultures. It's a sort of protest sign, and it's, you know, it's quite... Some people think it's great and some people don't. On your head be it.
That's it.
And the other ones?
Call Me would be that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one I find offensive. Call me. Ugh. Yes.
And then Rock and Paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and OK, it's this OK.
Yes.
And then... What's loser?
I thought it was just...
Well, I thought it was that.
Yeah.
Yeah. All inverted hand signals, well done. Also, Rans, what would you like?
Lion, please.
Lion. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
Finger digits.
Digit, yeah, could be.
Next, please.
Not sure what Alapest is.
Snakes, possibly.
Yeah.
Next, please.
Trochee, that's the number of syllables in the poem.
Yeah, but is it
Dactyl.
YN? A dactyl and a trochee, both. They're all used in poetry and scanning poetry.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the link technique is.
Well, they are all metres.
But why
7
DUN?
seconds.
Do you know why DUN?
No.
Next, please.
2 seconds.
These are all metres in poetry.
I need
want
more.
The letters represents the...
I think you haven't spotted it. So, Thrifters, you have the chance for bonus point.
In poem schemes, are they all paired with Bs? It's like AB for iambic.
They're not. A dactyl, for example, it's when you have 1 stressed syllable and 2 unstressed, like half a league, half a league, half a league onward. If you translate that into Morse code, it's dash dot dot, dash dot dot, and dash dot dot would be a D. Anapest, are you? It's dot dot dash, so the Assyrian came down like a wolf on the fold. The trochee, that's stressed then unstressed. Dash dot, tiger, tiger, burning bright, and an I am, that's, you know, of man's first disobedience and the fruit, so dot dash. It's an A. It's Moore's feet. Thrifters, one question remains, is the Eye of Horus. What connects these clues? Here's the first.
I mean, that's Japanese.
Yeah. Next, please. Are the all versions the same versions of the same song? I don't know. Next, please. Okay, so he wrote that, obviously.
So that's author and book.
Well, yeah, it's not going to be that simple, is it?
Yeah, yes.
Next, please. Okay.
I think it's in the original language. Was White Forgotten written in French?
Okay, but then later will still be in Russian.
Yeah, I don't know. The original sounds a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit. Yeah.
Is it the language in which the characters speak?
Oh,
2 seconds.
So these are all novels, but they're in different languages based on.
Yeah.
The language the characters speak.
Nice try, but no. A bonus chance for you also, Rans.
Well, I think, Harry, you had a...
We're between us, so I think we got there.
The languages they were originally written
in that aren't the native language of the author, but it's what they're written in.
That's right. It's what you call exophonic writers. They have published these works in a language that isn't their first language. So Yoko Tawada, Japanese, but published various works, including Das nackte Auge in German. Jhumpa Lahiri, a British writer, but Dove mi trovo suggests, of course, could write in Italian. Lolita, Nabokov was, you know, Russian, and Lolita was published first in English, and Beckett first published the play that we know as...
Waiting for Godot.
...in French. Very good, you get the bonus, and that means at the end of round 1, the also-rans have 2 points, the thrifters have 3. Time for round 2, the sequence is round. What comes forth? Also-rans. Please choose a hieroglyph.
Twisted flax, please.
Twisted flax. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
That's a painting by what's his name, the German painter.
Holbein?
No. Yeah, next one.
Next, please.
Wonder on the Bee. He's facing away from the from the viewer. The Queen is facing a certain direction. Can't remember which way.
To the right.
Can't remember which way she faces.
So
on
it's
the
opposite
coins.
way to where the Queen faces.
It'll be no. We don't need to know because it'll be Charles.
Charles II.
Charles III, because he'll be facing the opposite way.
Opposite way, yeah.
Okay. Also, King Charles III on coins.
That's absolutely right. And do you know what? I am pleased you've answered in the way that you have. Let's bring up all the clues. You don't know which way the late Queen faces on coins, and the answer is to the left. So you've worked it out because you've thought, well, laterally speaking, the next monarch is going to face the other way to the right. So in a way, that's what we want to test here more than knowledge. Obviously, you're mastermind finalists, you have the general knowledge, but it's about lateral thinking, so very well done. You didn't ask for another clue. Mona Lisa, of course, wouldn't have helped you anyway because she looked straight ahead. So very well deduced. Thrifters, what would you like?
Water, please.
Water. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Oh, well, obviously not going to be that, but we're going to next one.
Yeah, I think so.
Next, please. Right, okay.
Is it when they're spelled out alphabetically? It's spelled A, then A,
H, yeah. Do you want to get the next one?
I can't, but yeah.
Next, please.
R, starts with an A.
So what would be the next one? Begins with oh, crikey, I can't work this out quick enough.
2 seconds.
Just B. Right, so we know it's letters of the alphabet, and when you say them out loud, what they are. So we're going to just try 4th of 26, B.
Is the right answer. I'm not sure you've quite put your finger on what the sequence is.
Well,
if you spell out the
If you spell them exactly so A is just written as a letter A. H, whether you pronounce it H or H, you write it A-I-T-C-H. R-A-R, so we want the next letter alphabetically if you wrote its name, and that would be B. Back to you also rounds for a choice.
We'll take the 2 reeds, please.
2 reeds. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
That's not pancreas.
Could be many things, yeah.
Next, please.
These places that aren't international, isn't.
I think the least used, perhaps. Or they're not using.
You can't go anywhere international from Prestwick, but you can from something.
Okay, next, please.
It feels flimsy, but it could be going around the nation, so it could be in Belfast.
I think the one that's least used is Luton Station.
Luton International.
Yeah. Try that. Or is it Teesside? Teesside's the least used.
I wouldn't worry about it. If it was a sequence of the least used, then London St Pancras International Station would have to be the 4th least used station in the UK, which surely it can't be.
Okay.
So not it, I'm afraid. Thrifters, do you want to have a go for a bonus point?
George Best International Airport Station.
It's a shame, because if you'd been able to give me the answer, you would have got 12 bonus points for saying it correctly. Let's bring it up.
Oh, right.
It is the longest names of railway stations in the UK, and that delightful Welsh village at Clue 4, which I would say it, but we've got to get on with the show. You want the next question? Otherwise, I would obviously be able to give that, you know, perfectly, but it's better that we don't waste time and move on with the next question. What's it going to be, Thrifters?
Yeah, let's get on with the quiz. Let's go with Horn Viper.
Lovely. What will come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
21. It's not to do with the flag ratios, is it? Because, no. So just go next.
No, see what's going on.
Yeah. Next, please. So we're going up in size. Oh, it's the vowels are in it. So Serbia's got, so...
It is, yes.
So it's a country that has all 5 vowels in it.
Mozambique.
OK, so...
It's got all 5 vowels.
And what would it be? So it'd be...
4, 1,
3, 5,
2.
Yeah.
4. Yeah.
Yeah. What? Go on.
Oh, don't let me go.
Yeah.
It will be 4,
Yeah.
1, 3, 5, 2, Mozambique.
Will, I have never wanted you more. I mean, you see how he says, you know, like a chap who'll go downstairs to check what that weird noise was. Oh, don't make me do it. All right. 4, 1 thing. You didn't want to, and you did it anyway. Very well done. That is the right answer. This is, of course, countries with increasing number of vowels, and the number at the beginning is which vowel is it? So the 4th, the 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 2nd. Very well done. Also, Rands, what would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
Eye of Horus. What would come forth in this sequence? Here's the first.
What did he say? The 1967 election?
Was it 2 elections? No. Next, please. 17.
Was that when she first entered the cabinet?
Don't know. We're going to need the next one. Next, please. Year they left university.
Or the year they... No, it doesn't.
Years at all? 7 and 3.
6. Oh, it's...
7, 9 letters.
2 seconds.
74. Heath.
No, say 81 Rishi Sunak.
Not it, I'm afraid. Thrifters, another bonus chance for you.
79, Rishi Sunak.
It is 79, Rishi Sunak. Unlucky. It is Prime Ministers, but the numbers are...
Prime numbers.
Prime numbers.
Prime Minister prime numbers.
And it's a bit of a curveball that Harold Wilson is number 67 and number 69, because in the middle you get...
Nice. Teddy.
Teddy, exactly so. So we're counting Harold Wilson's first term when he was number 67, next prime number 71st, Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher, 73rd, Tony Blair. So we need to know the next prime number, 79, Rishi Sunak. Back to you, Thrifters, for the last question of the round. Lion. These are going to be picture clues. What would you expect to see in the 4th picture? Here's the first.
This is a Bond thing, not a clue. Next, please. Is that Hot Job?
That's Hot Job in it, yeah.
Okay, so just go back to the first 4 villains.
That's a bit obvious, isn't it? Is it the one that's appeared in the film?
It could be. It could be. What's his name?
Blofeld, is it?
But yeah, next, please.
I can't remember. No, I can't.
Is it just like going down in number of letters and
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Oh, I can't believe it's come off again.
Just go Blofeld.
Yeah, why not? That's pretty close. Scaramanga.
Is not the right answer. Also, Rands, do you know?
Jaws.
Jaws.
It is not Jaws. So it's Blofeld at the beginning. Who's clue 2?
Odd job.
Odd job. Clue 3?
Knick-knack.
Knick-knack. Look at the beginnings of the names. B for Blofeld, O for Oddjob, N for Knick-Knack. We're just spelling out Bond. I want to hear Drax. Somebody that has a name beginning with D, but we're just spelling out Bond villains.
Clever.
That means at the end of round 2, the Also Rans have 5 points, the Thrifters have 9. And for the last time this series, it's time for the connecting walls. You'll be going first this time, Thrifters. Please choose lion or water.
Water, please.
2.5 minutes to solve the water wall, starting now.
Okay, well, you've got lots of...
Yeah.
I presume that I'm going to put them in, but they're not going to be...
There's all 4.
There's all 6, yeah. I'll start doing for a bit, just you keep looking while I try them.
Something's frugal, humble, plain, modest. They're just synonyms.
Okay, frugal, modest, humble...
Plain.
Plain, humble.
No.
Bumptious as well, maybe.
Not sure.
Let's try those.
Humble pie. Yeah, the pie's up there.
Don't know what Dabney is. Modest mouse. Indus starts with his bone in the ear. I don't know. So humble pie. So if you're humble, you're modest. You're frugal. Is frugal really a...
Yeah. Spartan. Have we tried Spartan?
Oh yes, but Spartan. Modest, plain.
There you go. Right, okay,
Or something at
fine.
least.
So heart ends with art.
There's
No.
trying anagrams.
Industry, cottage industry.
Cottage industry, yeah. Industry.
Don't know. Frugal.
I don't know what Dabney is at all.
It's Horned Viper, isn't there? Unless there's something in the words. Is there a hidden thing in there and there's 2 reeds?
I don't. 2 reeds or...
It's got to be a word.
Yeah.
Can't be anything else.
Dabney. What's Dabney going to be?
Which ones could be surnames? Water, Heart, Dabney.
It's not, they're not surnames.
Lion? That isn't it, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to just start. Yeah, just start. Let's just start.
Blind panic setting in.
Yeah. Industry. Indus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
10 seconds. Oh, that's it. The time's up. The wall has frozen. But you found a group.
Yeah.
What do those words have in common? Modest, Spartan, and so on.
So they're all the synonyms of being soft-spoken.
Frugal, exactly so.
Yeah.
And you can get points for the connections in the groups you didn't find. So let's resolve the wall. There we go. I have Horus, 2 reeds, Horned Viper, Lion. What are
By
they?
any chance all the hieroglyphs on the Only Connect game show?
They on the Only Connect. What?
Sorry, quiz show.
On the Only Connect quiz,
yeah.
exactly so. And the next group: water, heart, industry, metal.
Heavy.
Well done.
You can put heavy before all of them. Heavy water, heavy heart, heavy industry, heavy metal. And the last group: twisted flax, Dabney, frugal, and bumptious.
Do they all begin with dance moves? Twist, dab.
Nice.
They are dances. Yes, the frog, the bump, they're all dances. So you only found one group, but you got all the connections. That is a total of 5 points.
Thank you.
Let's bring in their opponents now, give them the other wall and see how they get on. Also, Rans, you have 2.5 minutes to solve your wall, starting now.
Okay, so
We've got poets of the sort of the 17th century, so Pope, Clare,
Southey,
Blake.
Clare. Who else?
Could be Houseman, and it could be less. Yeah, it could be less time placed.
Okay, and the name.
Mountain Pass, Mountain Lion,
Mountain Ash.
Mountain Rescue.
Okay.
I mean, shall we try a few of the hieroglyphs?
Oh no, I think we should avoid those for the time being.
Okay.
Them, they, we, and us. I have Horus, Marlow, and Anthem.
And where's the one?
Marlow.
Marlow, up there. Yeah.
That leaves you with 4 hieroglyphs
Okay, so
and
we've got-
4 poets.
They're exactly
as
where we
they-
need them to
as
be.
they are.
Should we go for that?
Do we have any doubts, firstly?
No.
No, yep, good.
I mean, if I had a penny for every time I've heard someone say during the final of Only Connect, do we have any doubts? No. I'd have 1 penny. So congratulations. You've solved the wall. What about the connections? Lion, pass, and so on?
Mountain.
You can put mountain before all of them. And the next group, Eye of Horus, Anthem, Southey, and Marlow.
They end in pronouns.
Us,
Yes, they do.
them, they.
Us, them, they, we. And the next group, Twisted Flax, 2 reeds, Horned Viper, Water.
Hieroglyphs.
Vaguely familiar.
Hieroglyphs from Only Connect. And the last group, Pope, Clare, Blake, Houseman.
These are the poets.
They are just English poets. So, you told me all the connections. You barely hesitated for a moment for the maximum of 10 points. Very well done. Let's have a look at the scores going into the final round. The Thrifters have 14 points. The Also-Rans have 15 points. How relaxing it isn't as we go into the last round to decide who will be the Only Connect champions of this series. Fingers on buzzers, teams. I can tell you that the first group of disguised clues are all events from American history that didn't take place in a state. Also-Rans?
Birth of George Washington.
Because Virginia wasn't a state when he was born. Also-Rans?
Assassination of Abraham Lincoln.
Washington, D.C. is not a state. Thrifters?
Attack on Pearl Harbor.
Hawaii wasn't a state at the time. Thrifters?
First moon landing.
And the moon isn't a state at time of recording. Next group, titles of songs where something is replaced by a rival. Thrifters?
Midnight.
At the harbour.
Not right, I'm afraid. Also-Rans, you know, for a bonus.
Midnight at the...
Too long, it's Midnight at the Blur, rival of Oasis.
Okay.
Next clue. Also-Rans,
Long-haired lover from Everton.
rather than Liverpool. Thrifters,
The Batman.
rather than the Joker. Thrifters,
Joan Crawford Eyes.
instead of Betty Davis eyes. Next group, demonyms and what else they can be. Thrifters,
The Scotsman and newspaper.
well done. Thrifters,
The Irishman and film.
yes it is. No time to tell me this one, which is the American and novel and film, because the bell has gone for the end of the quiz. And if I can bear to open my eyes and look at the final scores, there's a 1 point difference. That means you all deserve this trophy. You've all been brilliant. But the winners and champions of this year's Only Connect with 19 points are the Thrifters.
Oh my God!
And honourably retaining your team name, you can have it tattooed on in a brilliant second place with 18 points, the Also-Rans. Very well done to you.
Well, I'm
Thank you, guys.
Well done, all of you. Some absolutely brilliant stuff. Thank you for playing. And thank you for watching. And at last, for the first time in a long time, we can finally have our magnificent closing ceremony. And this is why we don't need fireworks, we don't need musicians and dancers, because at last I can stand up, I can walk over to the winning team, we can shake hands in a moment of genuine warmth and human contact. Good night.